Yes, we will connect to Snowflake here, and you'll learn how to populate table cells with JSON data directly through SQL, so not through files. Yeah, this would be the next section. So we will start talking about JSON document databases, and we'll start with a NoSQL document databases, which basically save JSON data. MongoDB and CouchDB are just two examples, but then we'll continue with JSON in relational databases because, as I said, Snowflake is not the only one with extended JSON support for their relational tables. Yeah, you have Oracle, you have SQL Server, you have PostgreSQL, MySQL, even SQLite, and so on. You learn how to generate dynamic JSON with select. You'll see that basically a parse JSON will generate either an object or an array data type in Snowflake. We'll use insert, yes, to insert right now JSON data into relational tables. We'll learn about the object creation functions and array creation functions. Basically, you have an object construct, an array construct, but there is more. In the previous section, we looked at different JSON visualizer online, but right now in Snowflake, we look at particular JSON data visualization. We'll quickly go through the JSON dot notation in Snowflake, which is essential in locating a different element in a JSON hierarchy. And finally, we look at the JSON extraction functions. So these are get functions that actually have an equivalent in the dot notation. Okay, so we started with our journey with JSON fundamentals, and we look just at disconnected JSON files. So we'll not upload for now, not yet those files into Snowflake, but we will start with SQL insertion. So this would be dynamic JSON generated on the fly through SQL select statements in JSON, and eventually data can be loaded with CTAS and inserts statements. Basically, there are three different ways to for a data entry in Snowflake. Yeah, you can do it this way with data generated on the fly. Yeah, so hard coded data because you'll have to type this data on your SQL select statement. You have file uploading. So basically, your data resides into JSON files, and yeah, we'll look next in the next section at all this. And you upload these files yeah into tables, and your data may be loaded into a table through SQL transformations, basically from other tables. Yeah, you execute all sorts of transformations, and then you dump the generated data. You save this data into another Snowflake table.